the real deal.
Super snappy single sector gear build in this video. Guys, Jake from the Real Deal Airsoft, and I want to welcome you guys back to the new studio. Not finished yet, change of scenes, welcome to the new house. This is going to be the first build video that I'm going to be putting out from the new location. The shop is not finished, so guys, be sure to subscribe so you can see the whole process of building my dream tech shop. For now, we're going to be teching in here. Which AEG are we going to be building out? Boom, let's bring some swag. Let's bring some flavor. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. This is the QRF series by KWA. I believe this is the Mod 1, could be wrong. They all have the 2.5 gearbox, and in this video, it's gonna be a brief overhaul. I'm gonna talk about what's going on inside, what I'm doing, and why. This is gonna be a super reliable trigger response build, single sector gear. We're gonna be going with Rocket 13:1 ratio gears, Pedron hybrid Mosfet, Real Deal piston assembly, ASG 22, motor, really snappy. And without any further ado, let's put this on the tech bench and see the stock performance. Guys, let's see how it performs out the box so you could appreciate the end result. The main thing that I love out of upgrades is the difference in how the trigger feels. This has a traditional trigger shuttle, meaning you pull the trigger, you're literally pushing a metal trolley with a metal piece at the end into a sandwich like this. So that's your trigger context. A trolley into shuttle, and there's a lot of springs, so you have to literally force this into there to close the circuit electrically. So, trash, okay? Optical is where it's at. We're gonna get that butter smooth feel. All right, boys, this is an 11.1 battery wired through the rental connection. Dean's to Tamiya, because they're still giving you Tamiya out the factory. China. All right, let's see the trigger response, stock everything. We don't need this. Honestly, it's pretty snappy out the box. Oh, you heard that little. Okay. You could hear it. You can hear the trigger shuttle. You can't really spam it, ready? Let me try. Okay, so that's how it is, stock. And let's get to upgrading. So before I open it up, I was looking in the back. You know how in the beginning of the video it's pretty snappy for a stock AEG? The reason why it was snappy is because it was like overcycling, because there's no intelligent MOSFET and the piston's resting in the back, so it's pretty much pre-cocked. So your AEG is under immense stress and you have no way of decocking it, so that's good. Shout out to KWA. So is it really snappy? Not really, because it's not a full cycle. We're going to compare at the end of the video the snappiness of the full cycle. It's probably going to be more snappier than the stock pre-cock, so just something to note. They overhyped these gearboxes to 2.5. I don't like them. Give me a standard V2. So guys, when people ask me which AEG out the factory is the best one, which stock gun do you like the most? I say none. KWA, QRF, Mod 1, Fire, new stuff, 2.5 gearbox, flames, right? Flames, right? Booty cheeks? All right. What is this? I'm gonna use this to tenderize the meat for tonight's dinner. All right. Screws loose inside. You know where this is going? I don't even know where it went. I don't care. All right, guys. So we have the 13:1 ratio gears, which is available on the realdealairsoft.com. 13:1 ratio gears are shimmed inside this bad boy. Let's take a look. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. But it's worth. Beautiful. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little harder to shim this because you don't have the access here, but using the vast experience, checking the tolerances, it goes down. Shimming was a little bit different. Normally on gearboxes, I start with 0.3 shims on the flat part of the bevel. In this case, it was only 2. So it didn't really need to raise the bevel too much. The way the bearings sit is a little elevated inside the gearbox. So the shimming process is bevel to gearbox, put shims on the flat part of the bevel, then add shims to the top to remove axial play, then half shell to check motor height, lock the motor height. Third part is put both halves on, motor grip with the motor inside, check the play, but you can't check the play here. I did it differently using a tool, but you won't have to do that, don't worry about it. Once you're done with the bevel, then move on to the spur and then sector. So alright guys, we got her assembled, and if you pay attention, you'll notice that these wires are different. I had to throw a gate tighten in here, the parent hybrid. I mean, it dropped in, but the sector gear sensors didn't really align with the sector, so there were some issues with that. Gearbox is kind of made for a gate tighten. Initial shots real quick. Alright, so this is with an 11-1 Li-ion battery. Active braking is on adaptive, so it's a full cycle, not pre-cocked or anything like that. Alright guys, when you see me put my finger there, I'm adding some resistance to the system to help with the seals. It kind of replicates a BB being there. So, looking pretty good so far. Liking it. I can make it a little bit more sensitive. Alright, so the next upgrades that we're going to do is an inner barrel. It's an Action Army. On this particular QRF, the way you access the inner barrel, this looks familiar, right? What you have to do is you have to pull down, pull this up, and it releases it. Alright boys, I actually had to go back in. I forgot about the adjustable trigger. We threw that in. This is a full cycle, no precock. Alright guys, time to chrono. We got 0.2 gram BBs. My chrono keeps dying. Alright guys, that's super consistent. That's because of the Viton O-ring on the Real Deal Performance piston assembly. So if you guys are curious about that piston head or the assembly, check it out at therealdealairsoft.com. Anyways, we're about 350 on the dot, give or take 1 or 2 FPS, really snappy. And this has the variable FPS system, so we could tune it up or down if we want. Really good results. Don't mind how I'm holding it, don't talk shit.
The real deal.